Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Sarah Uncut. Today I'm coming at you talking about the power of focus. Because if you're a human being alive today, chances are you're having a hard time focusing. And I'm going to tell you today the 2 reasons that's happening and what you can do about it. Let's get to it. Hey guys, if you've never seen me before, hi, my name is Sarah Walton. I'm an intuitive business coach and a sales expert, and I love teaching you everything that you need, all the skills you need to create a killer business, because I believe we need more money in the hands of more women. If that sounds like a good idea to you too, go ahead and hit subscribe and I will keep bringing you all the gooey goodness. All right, so today we're talking about focus. Oh my gosh, like, is it just me? You sit down, you can have the focus feature on your phone. You can do all the things right. And it's still like, I'm sorry, what was I doing? Right? It's like a real problem. So there's 2 reasons that this is happening. Now, one is actually fatigue. And we don't normally talk about it that way. I know people love to talk about how people are scared all the time, but I do think that's true. I think we are a little nervous, or we might be bumping up against limiting beliefs, or what I lovingly call Scarlet, also known as your inner critic. I mean, there are lots of reasons why we can be afraid, but right now, people are tired. Right? Like, we're really fatigued. And as a business owner and as a woman today, I just really want to encourage you to take excellent care of your body. Just the most excellent care you can think of to do for your body, I want you to do. That includes sleep. That includes eating really good food, taking vitamins if you need to take vitamins, making sure that you're meditating, making sure you're moving your body. It sounds so funny, but I promise you, if you take care of those things, the focus will start to come back. Because that distraction we feel sometimes, like I was joking around with my sales mastermind students just the other day. I was like, I swear to God, when there's a really tough email to write or something beautiful or a new Sarah Uncut to record, I'm like, dishes need to be done, right? Like, we tend to focus on these other things. And sometimes that can be fear, right? Of like, oh, I have to do this big thing and I want to distract myself for a second. But I think for most of us, it's actually fatigue. And it's easier to get up and go do something you're good at than it is to put in the energy and the focus that's needed to do some of these harder tasks we've got to do as business owners in order to make things work. So that's reason number 1, you're having a hard time focusing. And I hope you really take this to heart and that you start taking really, really good care of your body. Without our bodies, we can't do much. So take good care of it. All right, now the second reason that you may be having a hard time focusing is that we live in a world that demands your attention, even when it doesn't have the right to. I know, social media much? Right. Like, the demand for attention, the bings, the red dots, the noises, the constant interruptions is, we've almost sort of trained our brains not to focus now, right? I mean, it's like, okay, whatever, okay, whatever, okay, whatever. And that's not helpful. It's not our fault. I do want to be very clear about that. This is not your fault. If you're having a hard time focusing, it's not your fault, okay? And I really want to drive that message home. You're not doing anything wrong. And there's nothing wrong with you that you're having a hard time focusing. Our world is bananas right now. Like, the demand being put on us is insane and it's not okay, right? Like, that part's not okay. That's not our fault. That being said, there are things we can do to help ourselves get back on track, especially when there's something that's important to us that we would like to finish, when there's something important to us that we would like to deliver to the world, or when there's someone we love who really needs our attention and focus. So here's what I'd love you to practice the next time you are realizing that you're not doing what you said you would do, or you're having a hard time focusing on the task at hand. I would like you to ask one question, and that is, who needs me at my best today? Now, if you were with me during the pandemic and the birth of Coffee with Coach, yay, Coffee with Coach. If you were there, I asked this question every single day during the pandemic. So there are days, right? I'm a person, I'm a human living in this world. I have children, right? Life is crazy. Lots of demands, beautiful clients, all the interwebs, all the social medias, right? So many different things that could, for me, grab my attention. And there are days I feel like, remember that scene of Goldie Hawn in Overboard where she's like alone with the boys for the first day and she just sits in the corner and she's like, blah, 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 blah. Right? We have those days where that's what life feels like sometimes, right? So in looking at that and having those feelings, what I like to do in that moment is I like to think about my team and I like to think about my children. Okay. So first of all, when it comes to my team, there are people who are relying on me to generate revenue into the business so I can pay them. I mean, it's really cool, right? Like, I'm super proud of that. I love all the amazing women that work at Team Sarah, right? That's a thing. So I would ask myself, if I dare to pick up my phone and hit Insta or hit TikTok and look at it, is I ask myself, all these people, right, who are waiting for work for me, or they're relying on me to generate revenue for the business, right? I sit there, would they be happy to know I'm sitting here scrolling on my phone? Oh, dang. Let me tell you something, that will get you to focus so fast. And then the other thing I'll think about is I'll think about my children. If my kids were to walk in right now, knowing I'm in my little work getup, sometimes there's yoga pants on the bottom, shh, don't tell, right? But if they were to walk in after I've told them to do their homework when they said they should do their homework, right? And they walk in and I'm not doing my work, what is that role modeling? That can get us all to focus real fast. But then the other thing is they're relying on me. My children are relying on me to have a really strong, successful business. They want to go to college, right? They need new jeans, right? My daughter's insulin, right? Like there's things that need to get handled. So how hard is it for me to focus all of a sudden when that's what's at stake? Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm sharing from my own life, one, because I always like to do that so you guys know, like, hi, we're all in this together. But also I really want to give you the tips to know the next time you're feeling that way, you go, I bet Sarah felt that way this morning. And you'll know I'm there with you. And then we remember who needs us at our best today. And we snap that attention right back in where it belongs, right? We get that focus in line and we start with the revenue producing tasks. We start doing what we said we were going to do. We start focusing in on all the things that we know we need to deliver to make the world a better place. And that includes all of the people who rely on us to show up at our best every single day, even when we don't feel like it. And the best part of all this, no matter what's at stake there, the second you start getting into action, you'll feel better. And the second you start to focus, it becomes easier to focus. And pretty soon it becomes a habit to stay in focus and to continue to do the things you said you were going to do with a little bit of joy, a little bit of love, and a little bit of excitement. It's so much more fun when we are doing things for other people than we're just doing them for ourselves. So I hope that's super helpful for you. All right, I hope you loved this episode of Sarah Uncut. I love coming at you with fast, practical, usable, tangible tips. I love teaching you about money, about sales, about your business, about your health. What a great job I have. And I'm so lucky to be able to share all these goodies with you on YouTube. So if you are not subscribed, I really hope you take a second now to hit subscribe so I can keep bringing you the very best tips and tricks to keep your life and business on track. I'll catch you next time.